no disrespect to Sam Kieth, but, you know I'm kind of right. I kind of know what I'm going to title this video, but look, the art style of Sam Kieth seems like it is really well suited for bathroom stalls or like just drawn into high school desks or carved into a picnic table. No disrespect, even though your last name is spelled incorrectly. A little bit of just disrespect on that, but it just is so unrefined that if I just saw an entire desk just filled with this shit, I would be like, yeah, that seems right to me. But I gotta tell you, I'm into it. Literally, everybody looks different from panel to panel. I like it, because I'm a little unrefined myself. Yeah, that's a big shocker. So, we've got Batman the Maxx, number 2. It's weird. It's just weird. Like, I don't even know how entertaining I could possibly be when I'm trying to decipher this madness. But you know what? Let's just try. I don't know if I'm going to do issue 3. I'm actually sort of into it. Because this to me is like, you got that weird friend from high school. He draws a lot, but he never gets like a proper sketch pad. He just gets like wide ruled 50-cent notebooks, and his stuff is good. But like, he just always draws in those. Like, you know what I'm talking about. And he's like, yeah, I actually wrote a Batman miniseries, but combined with my own original characters. And I'm just like, oh yeah, let's see it. Cards on the table. I am into it. I don't care if it is drawn on lined paper. So I'm kind of into it just because it's like, yeah, okay, let's go. Because I'm up for anything. Because I'm a down-ass bitch. But I'm going to skip the first page. It looks cool, but it's not necessary. So let's just get into it. Now, if you remember the previous issue, the first issue, it ends with our dynamic duo. Oh, God. Can we get the Maxx in, like, the regular Batman series? Tom King, what do you got? What do you got for the Maxx? Because, wow, I don't know if the Maxx is well written. It's just like, it is written. This is the way it is. I don't know if it's good or bad. It just is. kind of like my channel. I don't know if it's funny. It just exists. I'm just going to keep doing it, I guess. So, at the end of the first issue, they were trapped in a deadly air blowfish. And you know, but it's cool because they got at it with the slicing and the ripping. He has gigantic claws. Batman, he used something else. It's a boomerang, but it also cuts. Just say batarang. I know this fool is crazy, but he's so crazy that he could probably grasp the idea of a batarang. And then look at this. Oh, this looks familiar here. Who could it be? And then we cut back to Arkham Asylum, where this shaved ape here, that is, I mean, look, if we're going to be technical here, we are all shaved apes, even if you don't shave at all, which, whoa, what? What? You have to be shaving some part of your body, especially if you're Armenian. Shots fired on Armenians. You hairy motherfuckers. Just Eastern Europeans, I feel like, are very hairy and they all have very prominent brows. Shit, one of my subs is Serbian. Forget what I said, I need my numbers. Everybody but Serbians are hairy and gross. There, I retained him. But he's conducting experiments. He's got the electrodes and the penguin here, and I'm just wondering, if everybody gets electroshock therapy, do they turn into blowfish? Because I haven't checked the numbers on, you know, blowfish stocks, or are they endangered or not, because this, I'm just saying, this might be a pivotal conservation effort if this is the way. Because look, how many people do we need in the world? I don't know, maybe like 100? We need like a good solid 100. But how many blowfish do we need? Like, I'm constantly needing blowfish. I mean, to eat, to use as tools, for accessories. I'm making shoes out of them. Like, I am in constant need of blowfish, and I don't need people so much. Except I do need you, so give me that sub. But I'm just saying, but just to get back into the actual reason why we're all here, possibly, is Batman, this guy drugged Batman to get him into the Outback. The Outback is where the Maxx, he sort of has a manic episode, and how do I describe this? It's like his mental, he's insane, and he goes in the Outback in his mind, but it also has parallels to the real world. And in Arkham, this guy here, when he wasn't guzzling bananas and banana-flavored things, he managed to figure out how to link people's Outbacks together to create this, like, hellscape, I guess. And he drugged Batman, so the idea of Batman just being, like, cool with him, I mean, he's telling him to stop. He's not, he's absolutely thinks this guy is a patient wearing, I would say Dr. Scrubs, but, like, just, like, a nice sweater, possibly. It may not even be that nice. But it's just like, if you drug me, I'm not going to be chill with being around you. Batman should just be automatically kicking this dude's ass. But, you know, I digress. Just know that this is going on. But the Maxx, he wakes up because he's got a big-ass claw in his hand. You can't keep people with claws down. That's why we got to declaw the mentally ill. I mean, you think the mentally ill are like clipping their fingernails? No, we gotta declaw them and then we just push them back on the streets. Don't help them in any way whatsoever. Don't give them money to get socks. Don't give them soup. Just declaw them and just let them go. Let them go into the world. But he's telling him, like, no, this is all wrong. Batman's wanting to call security. Batman, what the fuck? You're like a one-man SWAT team. What's going on here? Are you forgetting your abilities? Are you forgetting your abilities right now, dude? Come on, man. All that ninja training. But Disparu, which I feel like that's a foreboding name here, lets him know that, you know, budgets, security's got is a little bit more lax, but it's fine because he's got a tracker in him. Because, you know, release the homeless and the weirdos into the wild, but put trackers on them so you know what areas to avoid. I think that's something we should implement into our society. Because, like, I don't want to be where a bunch of homeless people are. Sorry, homeless people. What the fuck are you doing? You got a phone that has internet? What? Priorities. But let's be honest, if we were all homeless, like, I would definitely have to have an internet connection of some kind, just because if you don't have an internet connection, you're completely cut off from the entire world. So maybe if you are homeless, you watch this, good for you. You're figuring shit out. So they get back into the Outback, and you know it's the Outback because he has feathers in his head. And they're finding this thing, it's jumping around. I skipped a page, but it's jumping around. And Batman's like, why don't we just leave it alone? Leave this thing alone. It's called a plop and pop. Because it demands physical contact, otherwise it'd rip our spines out and eat our entrails. Well, that's a little inconvenient for me. I need both of those things. I need all of them. Talk about needy. Yeah, do you know a person like that? Jesus. Why is it called plop and pop? It plops, then you pop. Stupid question. See, Batman is like, he's not like on the ball Batman here, but he kind of is. He understood that it was a stupid question. And then Batman, he starts getting sucked into this fucking vortex, and again, like, just imagine seeing this on a bathroom stall. Perfect. It's fucking perfect. You see it, and then you would think about it. For me, I'd be thinking about that all day. I'd be like, why are they wasting their talents on a bathroom stall? Or is a bathroom stall the new landscape for art? Because not everybody can get into a gallery. Plus, there's a lot of politics there. You're taking your shit to the streets. But you're less likely to get busted by the vandal squad. Like, the cops who go after graffiti artists. Maybe the bathroom stall is the grand new territory for art. And Sam Kieth was well ahead. I'm just saying it looks cool. But he starts getting sucked through some kind of vortex. And I just, like, you can tell this was drawn like with a pencil and colored with a pencil. I'm just really into it. But you know what, Maxx, he's a little too late on that. Oh, he's getting sucked through a Gall Galoopy. Say that 5 times fast. And guess what? Even if you did it, I don't care. I don't care. I'm just telling you to do it. Because that's the way I was raised. But really, like, Penguin, that's fine. I need a little bit more Batman stuff. Ooh. Everybody's #1 villain. Now, look, I don't want to call a man out for having plastic surgery. But I think he's had some head work done. I mean, that is almost a perfect triangle, Jesus. Perfect square. I'm just saying. And I just love this art. But, you know, Despair, he's wheeling and dealing this guy in. Squeak, 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 all up in there. And he, you know what? Joker just starts basically daring him. Like, you know what? Whale swimming through here? I fucking got it. Giant slug? Whatever. Hoolie anyone? Crab it got your tongue? Or does someone just need a little help? So I'll skip that. But basically in this whole section here, Joker is just like, hey, I've been traveling through Outbacks for years. He went to get a bloomin' onion. What the fuck? He's seeing whales swimming through the air. And guess what? That's way more appealing than Outback Steakhouse. Yeah, I'm calling out Outback Steakhouse. Is it even good? Is Outback Steakhouse even any good? I haven't had it in years, and guess what? I have zero desire for it. But would I like to peer through the eyes of a mentally ill person? Probably not, but I'm more into that than, you know, like a steak. That's just letting you know where I'm at. So he's like, look, I've been doing this shit for years, which I would like for you to show your work. But, you know, he seems pretty into it. Batman encounters him, and Joker is like, look, the way he draws Joker is just great. See what I'm talking about? Different from every single panel, but it works. I'm into it. But he lets Batman know, like, look, I know how this world works. You don't know shit. Look at me. I'm a bone. I'm a bone person. Look at all these teeth. This is way more teeth than the normal person has. This is like alligator number of teeth. So I got a handle on this shit, Batman. You don't know dick about the Outback. Plus, like, Batman probably doesn't even know dick about the real Outback. He doesn't travel. He can't. He can't. So, Jesus Christ. It's just so odd. I'm just trying to, like, relay the information to you. It's just so weird. But if you're into the art, I would say just get it anyway. But, so the Maxx, he's out in the real world. He's trawling the streets looking for his jungle queen. But he eventually gets back into the Outback. Look at that fucking psychotic shit. Oh man, could I get that for the thumbnail? Maybe we got it. But Batman, he's like, look, you don't know if any of this is really happening. It could be anything. Jesus Christ. So much weird shit. Okay, then eventually we get to a part where we see the whales. See this whale flying through the air, and Batman is flying at him, and he's like, look, this could be, it's, in this world, it's just a toxic green blob feeding off this poor little whale's fin. But in the real world, like Maxx said, each world has its own rules, its own threats. Look again, Batman. Look past the illusions, Batman. Damn it. This isn't really a whale, then what green metal capsules threaten the whole city of Gotham? Time to switch realities again. I mean, Joker's pulling double duty here, and I'm a little, you know, amazed. I'm a little incredulous that he's pulling this shit off with this degree of proficiency. And meanwhile, the Maxx, he's looking at this from afar, and he's like, he lets us know some facts here. I like facts, you know. I like learning. Crabbit droppings are often used by invisible remora fish, allowing them to clean the air whale's underbelly unnoticed. Look, this is a good lesson for anybody. If you find shit, rub it on your hands and just start touching stuff. See what sticks. You got nothing to lose except your friends, family, and possibly your freedom. But see how this, in the previous page, it's just growth on this fin. But then when you switch over here, oh, it actually is the metal capsules. So Batman and Joker, they start fighting. The Maxx is just sort of lurking around with shit all over his hands, which I feel like if you are lurking, the possibility of you having shit on your hands is statistically pretty high. But I don't want to tell you how to lurk. This is America. Lurk however you want, but I'm just assuming shit is involved. But then the Maxx, he starts cutting it. And then here it's like the fungi here, but then here it switches back to the capsule, so you're not sure entirely what is real. Dumps in there, there's the Joker, there's the Batman. But see, this is fine because whales can regenerate. This is, I'm teaching you now. Like, the Maxx just taught us a fact, let me teach you a fact. Whales are capable of regenerating limbs as well as your entire body. That's when you see, like, you see a beached whale, you need to decapitate it and toss that shit back into the drink because it'll grow a whole new body. I don't know why all these whales are getting beached and then you just have white people taking pictures and crying. No, just get cutting and get throwing. Just trust me, this shit will grow back. The Maxx encounters a guy from his series. I recognize him, but I don't remember his name. And then we see another person from the Maxx series on the next page. I can't show you everything because you gotta have a reason to go buy it. Do I get issue 3? It's just like, I feel like in this instance, Sam Kieth is my friend, acquaintance, because I'm hard to get to know. And he's like, look, I'm doing this. Do you want to read it? And my feelers are up, and I'm like, fuck yes, let's fucking go. So you know what? Maybe I will get issue 3. I don't know, but you know what? I gotta go to the beach and I gotta go save some whales. Alright?